So I was just watching Breaking Bad for the first time, and it was getting me thinking about lifestyle choices. Now, I don't know if you're gonna talk about lifestyle choices like that, but but in my own lifestyle choices, I'm thinking, and I bet I'm pretty much. I know that I'm an oddball because I've been doing things differently than most people. So first, let me give you a rundown of kind of what's been going on. Hey, there's a lot of water that's coming in this place. All right, hold on. I'm on a sidetrack. Yeah, just water to push this. It's like the water's coming underneath the door. It's been raining really hard. I'm in Hawaii, and it's raining. It's raining kind of just nonstop out there. There's there's a pool. Um, I'm in a B&B right now, and I've been traveling for the last coming on a year. Um, so here, let's give the rundown for people who don't know. A year ago, Sherry died. Sherry and I were best friends. We've been together for 20 years. Our relationship was more brother and sister than it was anything. We lived together. She had multiple sclerosis. She died of cancer. All right. So a year ago, or actually 3 months after she died, so coming up on 3 months, it'll be a year, I got rid of the apartment that we were sharing and packed all our stuff up and put in storage. It's currently in storage, and that's in Hawaii, Oahu. And so that is what's been going on. And we've lived in Oahu for 11 years, I think. Yeah, 11 years. So I packed my stuff up. I went to a friend's in San Francisco, stayed there for about a week. Went to my sister's in Virginia, um, and stayed there for a couple weeks, and kind of went back and forth between my mom's house in Virginia and my sister's. And then I ended up staying full time at my mom's for 3 months. And then it started to become winter, and I was like, this winter thing kind of sucks. And so I I left Virginia and came back to Hawaii and stayed at a friend's house at their on their couch. My friend's apartment, small apartment, just a one bedroom apartment. I stayed on the couch, and so I was there for 3 months. And during that time, I was working. I had a remote job, and so I was on my computer. My computer's right over here, and so I did some remote work, and I was able to make some money. So I have some money. I put it in the bank. I haven't been spending a whole lot. I've been helping out where I could, but I didn't really have a savings at all. Right now, I have a little bit of savings. Things are okay. Uh, and so I left my friend's apartment, and I got into a pods, and I think it's the only pods. Those Japanese pods. They're little uh, boxes that you sleep in. They're not really boxes, but it's kind of like being having a berth on a boat. And um, anyway, so I was there for 3 weeks, and then I got this B&B. Actually, I got the B&B first, and I filled the space up with the pods. And so I was there, and that was in Waikiki. And then from there, I came here, and it's been 2 weeks here. I've got another 2 weeks to go. And it's a here's the whole. Here, put the phone in the corner. This is the whole unit. It's pretty cool. There's the sink. I have dishes in the sink. Bathrooms right here, the shower. It's, it's all good. I like it. It's small. If I were to take my stuff out of storage, as an example, though, if I were to stack all the boxes, it would take up. It would be from here to the wall. So um, can't really get my stuff out of storage and stay in B&Bs. um, but I get to work on my apps. I get to watch some shows I've not been watching. I haven't seen Breaking Bad before. I get to see that. Um, and it's it's been working out pretty well. But it is coming on a year that I've been technically homeless. Not really homeless. I mean, like, I haven't been living outside. I've been staying at people's houses, living out of these bags. I had another bag. I had another two bags that I carried, but really it was just random stuff. Here's Sherry. That's her ashes. So we're gonna do a paddle out and spread her ashes in the ocean. Um, anyway, so that's what the plan is for Sherry's ashes. So that's been taking up space in my bag, and yeah. So like I said, it's coming on a year that I've been that I've been hanging out at people's houses, and now I'm in B&Bs, and I need to look for my next B&B. Um, the price isn't really that much more money, if at all, than if I got my own apartment, right? So it is a question of like deciding that that's what I want to do, that I want an apartment and I want to live wherever it is. So there's something non-committal about being staying in the B&Bs. It is kind of annoying to have to move around a lot, but that's actually kind of like a fantasy that I had many years ago. I I thought it would be fun to like just travel the world and just take off for a year and just have your bags and just go. And I guess so far, what I realize about that is it's not as fun as you think, because in order to do anything, you have to make sure your bags are secure in someplace safe. And that's not hard, but it's, I find myself walking around with my backpack on a lot because I don't want to lose my computer, because that's the computer sitting over there. That's my livelihood. It's not like it's a super expensive computer. I mean, it's still a MacBook Air from 5 years ago. So, but it's got everything on it, and if I lose it, then I have to. At the moment, I could afford it. Like 4 months ago, I couldn't have afforded to replace it, but now I can afford to replace it if I had to. I don't want to have to replace it, so I carry it with me nearly everywhere, because it's safe here in this B&B. But when I was staying at the pods, I'm not going to trust their lockers. It's just yank on it real hard. You can grab whatever's in there. Wouldn't be like that hard to do. So the pods, when I stayed at the pods, that was really cool. It's kind of birthed in a boat. Um, so anyway, that's kind of been my story. Um, it it's not a rags to riches story. I'm not rich. But I have enough money. If I wanted to buy a car, I could buy a car. And I'm trying to decide if I want to. I want to paddle a surf ski. It's like a kayak. It is a kayak. It's a skinny kayak. So I'm thinking about I used to have a surf ski. I'm thinking about getting a surf ski again. But you know, at some point, it's like I gotta commit to something. I have to say, this is where I'm going to live. This is my car. Getting a car. I don't really like the idea of getting a car. It's like they have to get insurance and everything else, and it's like right now my expenses are pretty low because I don't have all that extra stuff. But it does mean I have to walk everywhere, which is probably good health wise. Health wise is fine. I've got all my I have my medications all in there, and so health wise I've been doing all right. Emotionally, I think I'm fine. A year ago was not a good time. Um, so now, you just have to deal with the Hawaii weather where it's raining, and that's the. I don't actually get access to the pool. Here's the pool at the at the B&B, but I don't get to swim in the pool, which is fine. I don't really want to anyway. But you get to watch the owners of the house go use the pool. Actually, their dogs use the pool. Um, all right. Well, that's my big long rambly update. I need to shave. I need to leave the apartment. I need to finish my app. Um, I'm doing a video vector scope. I did the photo vector scope, talked about it a long time ago. Now I need to do the video vector scope. Um, it's a little better than the photo vector scope, I think. Took a lot more code to get it to work. But I have it working. I just have to like do the trim. You know, if you're working on a house, like it's just the trim and the painting. I'm just doing that. All right, there you go.